Well, howdy everybody. Today I am working on my drain system. So, exciting news, I got this bad boy, that's there. This water heater is now installed, which is awesome. So I should be able to get unlimited hot water, which I'm excited about. And now that that's in, that's going to go to a manifold on timers. It'll supply the tanks. But before I put that in, I'm going to put in the drain system. So I'll show you how to do that in just one moment. So I'm excited to have this water heater installed. So now I can get rid of that old tanked water heater and free up that space. And also just have enough hot water to run this thing. I have about 70 aquariums arriving tomorrow from the wholesaler. So I have got to get these racks plumbed for drainage so I can put them in their final positions, get them all shimmed so that the weight's evenly distributed over the legs and they stay nice and level, so that I'm ready tomorrow for the arrival of all those aquariums. So that's what I'm getting to, and yeah, I'll show you how it's going, and I'll show you how I do this in just a sec here. Okay, so here's the first drain completed. It's going to run into this rugged tote from Home Depot, and in there I'll have the sump pumps. I'm going to start with one, but I'm eventually going to get 2 sump pumps for each of these tubs, so that if one fails, the second one will kick on, because the last thing I want is for this to run all night and have a pump that isn't working. That'd be a big mess. Although not as big a mess anymore because I have this new floor in with floor drains and stuff, so it wouldn't be that bad, but I still don't want it to happen. So here's kind of the drain system across the back. They're attached by these things are awesome, these pipe hangers. I also use the kind of nylon, plumbing wrap, plumbing tape, I'm not sure what it's called. But these are quick and sturdy. And so I'm using these this time. You want about 2 inches of rise for every 8 feet you go, so an inch every 4 feet. So that's what I've done here, and then they run back into here. Once I get the tanks on with the drains drilled in and installed in the tanks, then I'll drill holes in here for the tubes to drain into, but I want to get them lined up where I need them and stuff before I do that, I think, instead of pre-drilling those. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and drill them because I don't want to do all this and then have to move these stands again. So I went with 3-inch PVC because that way I can drain a lot of water without it, kind of bubbling up out of a hole or something like that. One of the drain holes that I'm going to drill for each of the tanks. And yeah, it's just a 3-inch PVC pipe on hangers, 1 inch for every 4 foot slope, and into a tub that'll have some sump pumps in it. So that's the first one done. I'll show you how I do the next one. Okay, so here are the other pipes that I need to hook up. So I'm going to get going on that, and it's pretty darn simple, but I'll show you how it goes one step at a time here. Okay, now this is pretty simple, but for those who've never done it before, then it's not simple, right? The first time you do anything, it's challenging, and the unknown is always there. So let me just show you what we have here. This is just some PVC glue. I get it at Home Depot because that's my local big box home improvement store, but you can get this pretty much any hardware store. This is a primer that kind of cleans the area you're going to put you're going to bond the PVC to, so it sticks well. And then all I need for this, besides this pipe, is this elbow to go into my my tote with my drain, and then a cap for the other end so that no water leaks out. So that's really all this is. Now, if you're doing a pressurized system, then there's some definite procedures to follow. But this is a non-pressurized system. This is just a drain. So you can be a little less precise with this. But anyway, the way to do this is I'm just going to take a little bit of my primer here. Let me step around here maybe. That would probably be better. All right, there we go. So I'm going to take a little bit of my primer. And it's a non-pressurized system, so I'm just going to prime one side, which in this case will be this bad boy. And I'm going to put some of this on there. Now, if this was pressurized, I'd make sure the whole darn thing was covered in purple, all the way to where the pipe will abut here, but it's a non-pressurized system, so I'm just going to get a little on to get it clean. Then, take my almost empty bottle of pipe glue here, and I'm going to apply it onto that purple ring. Don't need a ton, especially with the non-pressurized system. Then I'm going to put it on here. Okay. Put it on there, and I'm going to twist a little bit, and that gets any kind of air bubbles out. Not do that quite enough. Yeah, just about. Well, I probably can't move it now. I'm trying to make it so that the writing on the pipe. Let's see if I can show this to you. The text on the pipe runs across the top, because then it makes it really easy when I go to drill my holes to know if I drill here on this line that I can keep everything in a line and that I'm on the top. So that's why I'm a little fussy about the positioning. Didn't quite get it right on this one, but it'll be fine. Something I didn't do is you put this on and then you kind of want to hold it for a few seconds. Otherwise, these can tend to kind of want to pop back off. But that's really it. So if you've never done it before, you'll do just fine. Just give it a shot. I'm going to flip this around now and do the cap. Okay, so same procedure. Get a little bit of your primer. Put this in there. By the way, this primer stains everything, so if you don't want it to get stained, something to get stained, make sure you do this like over something. All right. And then we're going to stick this on the pipe, stick it on, and turn it a little bit. If you can. I couldn't even turn that one. Ideally, that would have turned a little bit to get any air bubbles out of it to give it a tighter seal. Anyway, that's it. As far as setting the pipe up, I'm going to set the rest of these up, and then I'll show you how I attach them to these frames here. All right? All right, so we're ready to install this on this rack. So how I'm going to do that, bring you down here with me, is, here, let's adjust this so it's easy. The pipe's going to run into this black tub. All you need is your pipe, 2 of these. They come with the little nails in them, which is awesome. A measuring stick or measuring tape, something to mark with. I use a pencil, and a hammer. Oop, show you the hammer. There, hammer! And that's it. That's all you need. Now, to get this the right height, for what I'm doing, I rest this on this PVC. I rest this on this 2x4 here, and I make a mark at 3 inches. Okay? That is where I want this piece, right here, the top of this piece to be. So I make that 3 inches, then I just take this, take one of the nails, I put it in the bottom and the top slot, that's what I've been doing. And I line that up so that the top of that piece I showed you on the hook, the kind of catch piece here, is on my mark, and I hammered it. Now, I almost always use screws for everything I do. That way, if I ever have to take anything out, it's a lot easier. But the screws I had were too thick for these little holes in here, and it came with these nails, so I'm just doing that and hoping I don't have to change it anytime soon. So then this one goes here. Same thing, pretty straightforward. Now here's the important part as we go down the line. So these legs are roughly 4 feet. So I'm going to put my second one down here about 8 feet down. So I'm going to measure now from the same spot, from that 2x4 that goes across, but now I'm going to measure 5 inches. And that'll give me the 2-inch slope I need per 8 feet. So 5 inches here. Okay, now same thing. Now I just put that pipe catch piece up at the 5-inch mark, top of that piece, and nail it in. Super easy. Make sure it's more or less straight on there. That's it. Now I'm going to take my pipe here, and rest it on there. I'm going to go down here. Rest it on here. It'll snap in. Snap it in. That's it. We are done. This one I did get right. So if I have the text straight up, then this will be straight down. So that makes that really easy. And then I'm going to position the racks together and show you what this looks like all together. All right, so here's the final result. You got your drain pipe running between 2 racks. The tanks will drain into that pipe, and that pipe will drain into here. That will be connected to a sump pump, which will pump up to the ceiling here, and then along here to that pipe right there, that sewer line right there. And that's how we'll get the water out. So that's the drain system in progress. I've got a few more racks to do, so I'm going to go do those. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys later.